Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic we are going to discuss right now is on power is divine. Power is divine, that is the topic of discussion. So, we are going to discuss in brief on power. Everything, everywhere you go, all are power hankering. So, your knowledge goes to two terms like centralization and decentralization. Centralization to keep all the powers in somebody's own hand. He does not want to distribute it to enjoy the entire power. So he tries to centralize the power in his own way, so that things will come to his, everyone will come to his control. Things will run as he needs, wants. So but decentralization is completely different. Power is distributed among the people, so that it can be properly utilized, properly carried out. Here we are going to think this is not the power, because in organization everywhere you go you will find power and politics in the organization. That is from time immemorial you can find. It is not Satya Yuga, as you can find even monarchy and all, that is different. But here we can find the thing is known that power is divine and put here for a divine use. Power is divine, of the divine, for the divine, by the divine, through the divine, in the divine. Everything is in the divine only. Power itself is divine. So what we are going to do, it is not to be used for our purpose, for the sake of us. Then what we have to do, it must be used for the divine. Put here for the divine use. Everybody is not that much conscious. So they are not going to know what is the divine, what is this power, where this power is coming from, how the divine power is really acting. They are least concerned, they don't know. At least you people who are standing, sitting before me, enjoying the classes, at least you are aware. This power is a divine. Definitely, if it is divine, the power is divine, that must be put for the divine use. You must not misutilize or stay unutilized. Things are given to you, it is for the proper utilization. So power is divine and put here for the divine use. How to use, you must know, you must think of, you must try to polarize. Second, Sri Aurobindo goes on quoting, power is the ability of doing work. No, science defines like this: ability of doing the work. Power is noble when it overtops anger, because where power is there, anger is there, jealousy is there, greed is there, everything is there. So power is a noble when it will be, almost we are finding it is confined to somebody else, and it is of course emerged through couple of things like anger. So all these are vitality, anger, greed, thirst. So we are going to do, when it overtops anger, when you overtop the anger, that will be noble. So anger is almost coming as a barrier. When you have got anger, when in one proverb, I am giving you exactly the English meaning. Who has got the power to punish, if he can be able to excuse, then he is really noble. If somebody is having bestowed with some power, and he can give punishment to somebody else, but instead of punishing, if he can be able to excuse him, so he will be noble, his heart will be noble, his work is noble, ennobling itself. So here is the, when it overtops anger, because this punishment and all, everything, whatever steps you are taking, it is out of anger. Even you have hanged people, you have exiled people, you have punished people, you have hired and fired people for anger. Once you overtop this anger, then this power will be noble. Then Sri Aurobindo goes forward. The misuse of great powers is no argument against the right use. against the right use. You have got it for the betterness of this mankind. So you can't simply leave it unused. It is not. It is given to you for the proper utilization. Don't misutilize it. Try to utilize. You are not utilizing, you are not misutilizing, you are simply not using. What does it mean? So, misuse of great powers, not only the ordinary powers here Aurobindo speaks of, misuse of great powers is no argument against the right use. You have to it is right use. Misuse of use is no argument. Great powers they have come, I am misutilizing it. Money has come from the center, state is unable to carry out its proper utilization. Simply it is misutilizing. It is not the argument that money will return back, so we are actually spreading the message that you try to take of your own, try to handle. It is not the right distribute among ourselves illegally. That is not the right argument against their right use. Against Sri Aurobindo quotes, all power is in the end is one. From one it has been derived, it has been splitted up. To many things it has been converted. So one, some total of energy is constant. Law of thermonuclear reaction, I have seen. Sum total of energy is constant. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transferred from one form to another. Neither be created nor be destroyed. So it is there. What you have to do? Simply you have to convert it from one form to another. That was is done. That is done. So sum total of energy is constant. One in one energy it was 50%, another 10%, another 5%, like this 100% was there. Now itself this 50% has been splitted among others, it is now 20%, and those possessed 5% they have gained some 7% more. Like this, if you can able to summarize everything, you can find the sum total of energy is constant. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Here in the course, all power is in the end is one. See, you have seen Sri Aurobindo, a literarian, a poet. But thing is that gorgeous science is emerging out of his writings. All powers are really soul power. Same power has come, distributed, and named according to the new use in different forms and different formats. But thing is that all power is really the soul power. Soul power, and all power is at the end one. At the end one, why not at the beginning? You think it is mother's work, it is all the power, soul's power. If you can be able to judge, if you can be able to utilize them, then then it is a great thing for you. Again, Sri Aurobindo goes forward. The possession of power is the great test for all idealisms. Possession of power. We think in the material sense, in the abnormal sense. I want to possess the power. If the power is going from you, then you will be furious. Furious in the sense you can take in the outer way, you will try to react, reject. Even you will try to punish, kill. You will create a great explosion anywhere it can happen at any moment. But thing is that if it is this loss of power having in the spiritual line, so far who are not 100% aware of this power, divinity, and spiritual life, they also create things. Ego was the helper, ego is the bar. Then also they leave. They create something, some problem. But the thing is that the possession of power is the great test for all idealisms. How you are utilizing, how you are unutilizing, how you are misutilizing. Finally, what you are and where really you stand, and what you are doing with this power. The possession of power is a great test for all idealisms. Then how shall we be able to gain the power? That is what the issue. How shall we be able to have the real power, real taste? We don't know what type of power really we have and how you are utilizing or misutilizing or unutilizing. Thing is that in the course, the original, the divine power will get in the condition is very simple and of course very tough. When we have passed beyond willings, then we shall have power. Pass beyond willings. I will such and such. I wish that and that, this and that. I will now or then. This is the willingness. When you have passed beyond willings, then you will have the power. Unless otherwise that limit is crossed, you have not crossed beyond that limit, you will never have the power. So true power will never come to you. And even if it is coming, you can't be able to utilize properly. Fate is not purchased by any man. Fate is not purchased by any man, nor is power bound over his possessors. You must know. You feel, I have purchased it. You purchase a job, I have purchased something, I have purchased something. So in many ways, fate is not purchased by any man because he is a intermediary. He is a connecting link, transitional being. He can't because he is living in the mental being, living in mind's limits. Fate is not purchased by any man, nor is power bound over to her possessions. For possessions, you feel I have purchased power also. That will also go. Even death shall pass away. Maybe sometime you don't know how long you can be able to enjoy your chair. How can you be able to actually enjoy the power that you don't know, you can't so see. But thing is that one day, ek din to jana hi hai. It must go, it has to go, and it will go. All powers come from the divine, but it is more usually misused than spiritually or rightly. Very difficult. Top sentence Sri Aurobindo has quoted. Top sentence, really tough. I don't know how you are understanding. All powers comes from the divine. All power comes from the divine. But it is only, it is more usually misused, more misused than spiritually, than used. Misused than used. Then how can you claim that I am dealing with the right spirit or in the right spirituality? How can you claim? Because you are in the judges and the courts. Think also you can take up your own and you can understand how the things are moving around you. These all powers comes from the divine. It is divine's work. Finally, you will quarrel among yourselves. Even you will come to the fight on the road, you will go to the court of laws. That is also possible. People have gone. That is also done. And finally, you will feel when the things have gone, things have fallen apart. It is nothing in within you. So then we'll sit and see one message we'll quote from Mother or Sri Aurobindo, and she will say, see, this is the truth. How it comes? How can you claim? So this is, you can, from the beginning you can say all power comes from the divine. So if it is from the divine, the power is coming from the divine, it is divine power, it must be noble, it must be properly utilized. Then how you are going to the wrong track? But it is more usually misused than more spiritually used or rightly used. Not at all used in the rightly or spiritually. It is rather misused. It is what normally we can see. You can also observe, you can also understand how it is going on. Every man is knowingly or unknowingly is the instrument of a universal power. You know, some power is there helping, guiding, and catching my finger. It is showing me light. It is moving, carrying me forward. That you know because to some extent you are in the spiritual track. But originally, even though some people are there, even though they are not coming here, but initially they had the habit of reading. They kept reading the originally novels, poems, and other things. But here actually, now itself, this novel and the poet, everything has actually disfigured. So they think that we should do something else. We should read something new, and we must be spiritual because time is coming, crossing out of our hands. It is running forward now. It is not in our hand, and the time is very short for us. Every day we can find havocs, revolts, revolutions. So people have lost their dreams. Even they can be able to sleep properly in a very, no, silent manner. Properly, they are unable to see it because their ill thoughts are actually striking like anything. smiting them like anything. So they want to read and be spiritual. They, to some extent, they are now conscious and they are reading spiritual books from Mother Sri Aurobindo. I have seen many are there. They are not coming to the fore nor to the front. So what usually I have to do, knowingly or unknowingly, the instrument of the universal power, they do feel but not able to exercise. That is the problem with them. Try, it can begin from you. Vande Mataram.